Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm gonna sit for today's video. My back's doing all right. Let's take a look at someone I have covered a very long time ago. I'll try to find that video. But they are also someone who got terminated by Beyond Slim, and they posted about it. They are an interesting character, and they also really love AI. I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but some of that's their AI stuff. We don't support AI over here on this neck of the woods, alright? That was for y'all who like my Texas accent. You're welcome. Don't forget that you can support the channel for free simply by hitting the subscribe button and the like button. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's get started.
I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Today we are going to take a look at Kelsey Lane Little. She's a top leader in Beyond Slim and other companies. But here is her post stating that she was terminated. So let's look. It says, "Welp, the company I was part of for 8 years finally decided to axe me and some other top sellers today. I love the products, have used the same brand for 8 years, but it's time to move on. It's the principle, you know? I don't want to support scarcity thinking and trying to control people. It's 2025. So I'm looking for a different line as a customer. Who has makeup and skincare that is actually good? Like seriously, no toxins, and you would use it as a professional makeup artist. I don't want the cheap either, let me know." I think it's Beyond Slim, but honestly, makeup and skincare that's actually good. Does Beyond Slim have makeup and skincare? I don't know, and frankly, I don't have the time. However, this person was terminated, so there's that. I don't think it's Beyond Slim at this point. I don't really know what it is. However, we're going to cover posts and videos. It might be a short one today, but let's take a look at Kelsey Lane Little. All right.
Is everyone okay out there? Like, are you guys okay? I made another post saying, hey, ask questions, get to know somebody, and that one blew up with more pitches. Like, what is wrong with? Okay, we're gonna record video 2 and post that on how to actually sell to people, because I did not realize that it had gotten this bad. For real though, I respect the hustle, okay? I'm about to elevate your sales. I'm about to elevate your business, okay? Because there are certain nuances that people won't teach you because they actually don't know that this is what actually works, and I'm gonna be giving you all the secrets, all right? So let's go.
No, you're not going to give us secrets. You're going to give us a bunch of bullshit. So I know that I'm filming this on Saturday. It's not going to come out till like Monday, Tuesday, maybe. And I'm going to do a live on Sunday night, hopefully. If not, ignore what I'm about to say about one of her longer videos, so we'll know a little bit more. But the caption of this said, I made another post talking about being genuine before pitching and ended up with more pitches, lol. All right, Teacher Kelsey's coming to the forefront to share some of the things I help my team with that's literally closed millions of dollars. I would love the proof of that. Wouldn't y'all love the proof? Yes, I have another business. That's why I'm not looking for a business. Hit the follow button and let's go. So what's interesting is that people like Kelsey, who are top leaders in companies, teach their downline that they need to pitch, they need to share, they need to give all the education and information of whatever this ridiculous opportunity is to people. And when they come in and pitch someone like Kelsey Lane Little, she's like, that's embarrassing. I don't think so. I think we need to get it together. I think we need to work on stuff. I'm like, but you've taught them. That's something you've taught them to do. And especially reach for the bigger and larger platformed people like Kelsey, people who are top leaders. Like, just go for it. That's kind of like the ideology behind pitching in MLM, is to go for someone who might get you the biggest downline, which would be someone like Kelsey. So I find it interesting that she's demeaning people who are pitching her after she got terminated. It's ridiculous. Here's another one of her posts. It says, "For those of you who have been searching for a bigger payout, we have a promo happening this month only where you can get started and earn additional $160 to $1,010 per sale." I wonder if this is like an MRR thing. Master resale rights. I don't know if y'all know too much about it, but it's like high ticket items that you sell, and it's something that's pre-made, and then everyone sells the same thing. And pretty much what happens is you introduce this new thing to people and eventually there's nobody else to introduce it to. Does that make sense? Like, who's going to buy a $660 item that isn't already trying to find like another income or trying to find like another business? So eventually like you run out of people. It's just kind of like a big ol' scam. I have tons of videos on master resale rights and there's lots of videos out there if you want to learn more about it. Continuing, yeah, that extra point is more than anyone in network marketing gets paid already, let alone the rest of the original commission. Comment promo and I'll send you our backstage where you can see directly how you can earn up to $4,040 on your first sale. I might have to comment a little promo on there with my alt account. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know how much closer financial freedom can be. Laughy face. You can almost taste it and you ain't even in yet. Tongue out wink emoji. Why are you talking like that? The thing is, they say all of this and it looks really nice, but they give you pretty much zero information. They're just like, look at all this money you can make. Wink, wink, tongue out. That one, you know? People really are attracted to this. You know what? Yes, they are, JJ. You know this. I do know this. But it's just like the most ridiculous thing I read. Is it not scam to you? Does it not just read scam? So that's what a lot of her posts are like. Let's watch another video of hers. I'm going to say she's kind of weird in all her videos. You'll see what I mean. Just prepare for the very beginning of this.
Okay, I led a 2-hour immersive, transformational, transcendent. Okay, no, it was a really, it was an experience where I was teaching my team.
I have to pause it. I usually like to play it through, but I have to pause it because I've seen a lot of this like giddy hee excitement. Just like, oh, they're just overdoing it. Way overdoing it. Especially compared to the other video I've shown of Kelsey Lane Little. Kelsey Ray. Well, her name's Kelsey. That makes sense why I'm so confused. Kelsey Lane Little. And she's not like this. She's actually like, she was like naturally more angry and bitter. It's interesting because this is a completely different person. I'll attach that video at the end of this so you can take a look and watch that. And they are not the same people. So it's weird seeing her so over the top. I think she's like compensating for something. Maybe compensating for the lack of, maybe compensating for the lie or the deceptive things that she shares, like trying to act like this kind, giddy, hee person, when in reality she knows that the opportunity really isn't that great. So it's interesting to watch her overdo this personality that she's put on, like a mask that she's put on for these videos. It's super weird. Interesting.
How to sell honestly. And that's literally what it was called, the Sell Honestly Mastermind. So this was something for my team only, but as I am uploading the replay, getting this into our portal, and creating the description for this, I wanted to share it with you because this is the epitome of what the Foundry represents, and I think it's so important that you hear this. The Sell Honestly Mastermind is about shifting the way we think about sales, from performing and improving to serving and embodying. In this session, we go deep on what it really means to sell from truth.
From truth. So serving, this idea, and when I hear that, I hear religious, I hear serving, like when you serve as a Christian, you serve without anticipating anything in return. And unfortunately, people like Kelsey Lane Little say these things hoping that you'll stay even if you aren't getting paid. Because remember, we're doing this through truth, through God, through service. It's not about making money. But actually it is. They say, I mean, you saw her post, they say it's this wonderful opportunity where you can make so much money. And she literally said, what were the words she used? I mean, I don't know how much closer financial freedom can be, laugh face. You can almost taste it, ... and you ain't even in yet, winky tongue face. I think that it is really bad when you mix your religion and your business together. You just can't, because then when you have to, I try to describe my experience like this with MLM in religion. It's like red Play-Doh, blue Play-Doh, and you like knead it until it becomes purple. And then at that point, it's like, well, if the business fails, how do I separate myself from it? And you can't really. It becomes very, very, very difficult to. So that's why I think that is a bad idea to do it this way. But she knows what she's doing. She knows that it's difficult for people to pull themselves away from it once they've mixed their religion into it, which means they'll stay and they'll spend more money and they'll keep making her money. It's pretty devious.
how to create real connection in conversations, both online and offline, why embodiment of your product and your energy sells more than scripts ever will, how to shift from pressure to purpose and from performance to presence, building trust, confidence, and belief in your voice, and why sales is service and how to sell in a way that actually feels good. You'll also hear from my husband, Matt. Yes, we had a guest speaker, special speaker, and it was my husband, who is over a 2-decade sales expert, by the way, who breaks down offline heart-led sales and how to create organic conversations that lead to connection and eventually conversion. Together, we dive into how to build genuine relationships in person, how to talk about what you love naturally, and how to lead with service instead of strategy. This mastermind is about energy over strategy and authenticity over duplication. It's for the woman or man who's tired of doing business the right way and ready to do it their way with conviction, creativity, and confidence. You'll also learn the psychology of emotional connection in sales, how to find and follow green flags in conversations, the energetics behind selling honestly, why moving your body literally changes your business energy, the truth about embodiment and self-trust, and how to blend online and offline connection to expand your impact. This isn't just another sales training. It's a reawakening of your power. It's the permission slip to stop performing and start embodying. Drink the water, have the conversation, sell honestly.
Why the fuck are you celebrating? You had AI write that. You didn't write that. That's ridiculous. That's embarrassing. You had AI write you that. Also, it sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo salad. What is it called? Word salad? But the ranch is expired on the salad. And the salad itself is wet. You know what I mean? And this is you excited that you didn't put much work into this other than typing it into like ChatGPT or something and then having AI do all of your art. That is embarrassing. You should not be proud. Do you see what I mean by just like too much? Way different than who she used to be. It's weird. You know, she's trying to make up for the real shitty person that she actually is, I think. Just a thought. Let me know yours below in the comments.
You know what's hilarious? Well, not hilarious, but like where people get stuck is that, and hilarious for me, because I used to try to do this backwards, not realizing that was actually diminishing me, is people will try to actually come up with a script and the thing and then teach that versus teaching from embodiment, and then that generates the description.
All right, and the caption of that was, drink the water, have the conversation, sell honestly. Drink the water, is that kind of like a drink the Kool-Aid type of thing, or are you just telling them to hydrate? My baby. Years of embodied, authentic sales, all crafted in 2-hour immersion where I brainstormed with my husband for over 4 hours to pull out my mind, heart, and soul, and available for free when you partner with me in my business. This is how we change online sales. You only spent 4 hours creating this 2-hour immersion? That's a no for me, dog. Nope. Nope. Here's another post by Kelsey Lane Little, and she's tagged her husband Matthew Little. She says, when you finally stop lying to yourself, it doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels like grief. Grief for the version of you who tried so hard to make things work. Grief for the woman who gave everything to a system that was never built for her peace. Grief for the years that she spent trying to prove herself instead of receiving the wealth she dreamed of. And then something shifts. You start realizing the problem might not actually be you. You wake up. You start noticing where your body says no before your mouth does. You stop needing to post every day to prove your worth. You start craving quiet instead of validation. You start seeing that what you called consistency was really just self-abandonment. And that's when the healing begins, because now you're not building from fear of not maintaining. You're building from honesty. You're leading from regulated, and you're selling without pressure to the people you love to work with. That's what adding on a premium offer taught me. Not how to grind for a paycheck, title, or recognition, but how to invest in myself and grow without forcing it. The freedom isn't in the money. It's in being able to look in the mirror and know you're not stuck in a system not meant for you anymore. And that's the beginning of everything. This is what I'm getting. She's talking about multi-level marketing. At first, she's like, you're in a system that's not meant to work for you. But when you add on a premium offer that she's selling, you can look in the mirror knowing you're not stuck in a system not meant for you anymore. So she's like, listen to all of these beautiful words and how none of it's supposed to work for you. But when you buy my shit, it will. I mean, she's got to be delusional. This is a bit delusional. All right, next video. Let's move on. Here we are.
You want to know how to start being authentic in your content and business again? Trust yourself again. Most people in the online game don't actually have a sales problem. They've just stopped believing that what they do works. They question their instincts. They try to sound professional. They tweak their tone, their captions 57 times, their vibe, trying to please everyone, and end up sounding like no one, especially not themselves. And I know, because I did that. I tried to play the game the way that other people said that I should. And you know what that cost me? My confidence, my peace, and my paycheck. And when I finally stopped chasing the right way, that's whenever everything shifted. Because the right way for you isn't going to be the right way for someone else. Just like the right way for someone else isn't going to be the right way for you. And that's why when I started talking about duplication being dead and network marketing needing an overhaul and having a premium offer and ditching the blueprint, people who didn't get it because they're not where I'm at wanted to try to discredit it.
Oh, people who weren't as smart as me, they didn't get it. They weren't as smart as me. They tried to discredit it. They weren't as smart. That's what she's saying. She thinks very highly of herself.
And still are trying to discredit it. But it doesn't matter, because those aren't my people. And if you keep yourself in a circle of people who are not your people, that's when you lose yourself. And because I know what this feels like, that's why it's so important to me to help other women and men get back to themselves, their authentic selves, inside of my coaching container called The Foundry, where we focus on self-trust first, conviction, authenticity that actually converts, and not pretending or teaching that we have to have this perfect strategy and structure and do these mundane tasks every day forever to be.
She said conviction. So essentially what she's teaching is like mixing, like I said earlier, religion and your network marketing MLM thing, which is dangerous. And it's been taught for years. She's not doing anything new. What she is doing is using a few different words here and there. Same thing. That's what she's teaching based on conviction, service, all of these things that she said mixed in. It's mixing your religion or your spirituality in with what you're doing. And like the network marketing stuff that you're doing, making it much harder for you to separate, forcing yourself to try to figure it out. It's painful, honestly.
Successful. That we can't be successful by being different. No, actually, all of my success I've ever created is because I am different. And that's what I help people do, is be their own unique self.
Interesting, because everything she said is not different. There's not one thing that I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of new. Not at all. I mean, using AI and ChatGPT in the amount that she has is pretty new for someone like her in MLM, because it is so aggressive. She uses AI so aggressively.
And that's the moment that sales start flowing, because you're not trying to prove anything. You're just being. So if that sounds like your vibe, let's go.
Here is one of her AI things, and it is part of my thumbnail. At least I think I'm choosing this one. It says there's a shift happening in the online space right now, and I'm telling you, if you don't get in front of it, you're going to be left behind. There is a FOMO. It's a perfect example of a FOMO situation. And it's used a lot in multi-level marketing, the fear of missing out, which she is pushing. People are seeing through hype, seeing through fake momentum, seeing through companies that get created just for quick cash grabs. Are they? Are they really? And the only ones who aren't tired of them are the ones that thrive in that kind of chaos. They actually need them in order to feel like they are progressing. But those of us who are rooted in our power, rooted in legacy, rooted in building a movement, rooted in purpose, we are preparing quietly. We're strengthening our systems, fortifying our communities, refining our messaging by bringing depth and embodying what it means to carry out a vision all the way through. We are shifting, but not away from the vision, further into it. And in the next season, those are the people that will rise and change generations. It's so wild to watch, because I have a feeling she's using ChatGPT for all of these posts, not only the pictures. And if she's not, she has created word salad out the wazoo. But the thing about it is she's talking about these new things that she's doing. She's doing it quietly. She's using strength and like pretty much building like a fortified wall, just talking about this, fortifying communities, blah, 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 blah. But she's not. This is everything that's been done before. There's nothing new or special here other than the use of AI and ChatGPT. It's really concerning to see someone act like everything they're doing is completely authentic, when in reality, it is all so fake. It is all so incredibly fake. Oh my gosh. Our last video, here we go.
Me, 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 me. That's the kind of energy that most people are in whenever they're working their business, because they're sitting at a desk or over their phone, and you need to stop it. Now, I know what this is going to sound like, okay? But this has actually been a secret weapon of mine, and it's so simple, and you can do it right now, today. Get outside! Whew. Dizzy. Okay, but seriously,
I want to formally apologize for making you all experience that. I experienced it, and I didn't warn you because I also didn't have a warning, and I felt like I needed people to experience it in the way that I did. Sorry.
Some of my best reels and stories and everything, y'all see, I sit on a chair on my porch. Ugh, my hair was looking gross. Okay, now, I sat on a chair on my porch out in the energy of the outside atmosphere. So if you're feeling a little blah in your business, a little low energy, and this is actually some of the stuff that starts getting us into an inauthentic space, leading from a place that's like not actually truly within us, and it's more in what we think that we need to do, what we think sounds good, what we try to fabricate instead of feel, then you need to get outside. This also works for sitting in a car.
Right, so getting outside is gonna fix almost everything. So fucking ridiculous.
In your parking lot, Walmart parking lot, no matter what parking lot, it also works inside of a car. And if I absolutely have to,
And being outside feels good, it does. But when it comes to network marketing, the odds are stacked against you on purpose. And the way that the business model works best is when the majority of people don't make any money. And in fact, a lot of them lose money. So it's just ridiculous that she's like, when you're feeling this way or blah, 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 get outside. You'll feel so much better. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe for the second that you're outside, getting fresh air is great. It's important for you, but it's not going to help your business.
to work in my office, because that's where my like big high-tech computer is, I'll roll up the windows or raise up the raise the roof, raise the window. I'll raise the window so I can feel at least the fresh air coming in, and that also helps. But it's not the same as being outside. So get outside, and more importantly, move your body. This is especially true when you're conversating in DMs with people. I got another video coming on that. I walk a lot of times while I talk to people.
Well, that's what I got from her. That's what I got so far. There's so much. I just chose a handful of stuff that I saw. Maybe we'll have to do a round two, see what comes from this. She has a few longer videos I'll definitely do on a live. Hopefully Sunday, which is tomorrow, in the evening, we can start with one of them. But it's interesting, but not super surprising. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to hear from you below in the comments. Don't forget to simply support the channel for free by liking the video and hitting the subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Show you what I'm all about. Make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about yours.